This is a true story. In 1979, young Japanese men, armed with knives, guns, and bombs, hijacked a passenger plane carrying 122 people. After tying up the passengers, they stormed the cockpit and demanded the pilot fly them to Havana, Cuba. But there was one big problem. The plane wasn't built for long-range flights. It was a short-haul aircraft with neither to fuel capacity, ignored the design to cross even half the Pacific Ocean. After some heated discussion, they settled on a new plan: reroute to North Korea. But the pilot hit them with more bad news. The plane only had enough fuel to reach its original destination, Fukuoka, left with no choice. The hijackers agreed to land in Fukuoka to refuel. By the time they arrived at 9:00 de la mañana, police and media had already swarmed the airports, and negotiations began immediately. After hours of tense talks, 23 hostages were released in exchange for fuel and a map of the Peninsula. Once refueled, the plane took off again, heading north toward Pyongyang. But as they neared the 38th parallel, the pilot received a radio message. "This is Pyongyang. Identify yourself immediately." North Korean fighter jet appeared alongside them as a warning. Thinking fast, the pilot changed frequencies and replied, "This is Japan Airlines, Flight 351. Now here's the twist. Just before landing, the plane touched down at Gimpo Airport in South Korea, not North Korea. And the South Koreans went all in on the deception. Soldiers welcomed hijackers. Air squads held up signs reading, "Welcome to Pyongyang." But something fell off. There were black soldiers in the distance, and the lead hijacker started getting suspicious. He asked a greeter, "Is this really Pyongyang?" He demanded proof. "What's North Korea's 5-year plan? Show me a picture of Kim Il-sung." No one had answers. The hijackers refused to leave the plane. After hours of confusion, South Korean officials admitted the truth. This was all part of an elaborate hoax. The radio call, the fighter jet, the entire airport set up, all fake. The standoff dragged on for 3 more days. Then on April 3rd, Japanese official Shinjiro Yamamura volunteered to take the place of the remaining hostages. The hijackers agreed, releasing all remaining passengers and for flight attendants at 6:05 p.m. The plane finally took off again, this time for real, and crossed the 38th parallel into North Korean airspace at 7:21 p.m. Landed safely at Miram Airport in Pyongyang. But the surprises weren't over. North Korean authorities demanded the hijackers surrender their weapons, only to discover that every gun, bomb, and knife was a fake. The remaining hostages were allowed to return home safely. As for the 9 hijackers, they were granted asylum and remained in North Korea.